Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to Sanjog Movie Reviews. Today we are going to talk about an English movie called Apex. Apex was released on 24th of March 2026 on Netflix. The movie stars Charlize Theron, Taron Egerton, and Eric Bana. These three are the main characters of this movie. The movie is not very long. It is 1 hour 34 minutes. So what is good about the movie? A movie is for those people who are into trekking and adventure sports. They will definitely like this movie. They will just watch it because they will recognize themselves with the movie. They will be able to associate with that movie. For the rest who don't do this kind of adventure things, this movie has emotional story. The movie to a large extent is very predictable. We can predict what can happen in the next scene. जैसे कि when it starts with a very beautiful image of Troll Mountains somewhere in Norway, and a husband and wife, that is Charlize Theron and Eric Bana, they are trying to climb up the mountain, and after some time of climbing, Eric Bana says that he will not be able to do this in future. The movie does not discuss what the reason is, but that particular scene tells you about what the next scene may be. So what happens is that in the attempt to move up the mountain and reach a particular destination very fast, they take some decisions because of which the husband dies. And the heroine, that is Charlize Theron, who is known as Sasha in the movie, lives in that guilt. Like, she then goes to the national park in Australia, and there she meets a different set of people. In one of the shops, which is at the last point of that starting off our difficult journey, the shopkeeper says that we should be very careful because many people have not come back. So this sets the tone, and you feel that what could be a possible story could be. There are 2-3 characters in this movie who add a little bit of suspense. When the movie proceeds further, you feel that what you have believed that this person will be like that doesn't happen. They turn out to be completely different of what you have expected them to be. Then Charlize Theron, that is Sasha, goes on a ride of her life. That is, she meets a person whom she had met at the shop, and that particular interaction with that person, and why did he follow her, and that particular thing changes the whole movie. That is, that particular person is a villain. He is a serial killer who is trying to now hunt her. So it's like a psycho person, a serial killer who is playing a game of hunter and the hunted. So Charlize Theron, that is Sasha, becomes the hunt, and this person, Ben, becomes the hunter. And that is a journey. You can definitely predict what could happen. But what makes it different is the beautiful surrounding that is carried at the same time, and the way Sasha goes across the different rapids in the rivers and the mountains and the cliffs, and she has a very strong ability to climb the cliffs. And how does that help her? That is the story. The story will remind you of an old movie based on a true story called 127 Hours. 127 Hours was a story about one single person. That this is a story about one person surrounded with different persons who are either trying to help her or trying to take advantage. So does the movie keep you occupied? 1 hour 34 minutes you are occupied. You know what might be the possible story because you do have suspicions when you see the movie. Suspicions on the character, the bald guy who is a serial killer. When he meets her for the first time, he tries to be more friendly. He tries to be more curious about her. That sets the tone, because the more the curious the person is about someone else whom he meets for the first time, it means that person has some motive. So that motive gets reflected later on in the movie. The national park is beautiful. You will like watching it. The rivers, basically whole movie for a large chunk of the time is about 2 people. the hunter and the hunt. And what happens? Why is that serial killer like that? Why does the shopkeeper say that many people have died? What happened to those people? That is the suspense. Basically, it is not even a suspense. You will gather it from your own understanding of the movie. On a whole, the movie does keep you occupied. That is basically the role of any story, is to keep you occupied. Does it happen with this movie? Yes, it does. It keeps you occupied. You watch it from the first frame to the last frame. You do feel nice when certain things happen. You do feel happy. You also start rooting for the heroine, supporting the heroine because she is in a difficult situation. What is that situation? How does she come out of the situation in the story? On a whole, if it is a rating of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, you can give it 5, not more than that. One time watch, but not a waste of time. See you again. Bye bye and take care.